today's the day. Been preparing for this for a couple months now, and it is 2:35 here in Hurt, Virginia. Scheduled to leave out at 3 a.m. So let's go get the bike ready and get going. How about that? So this is a trip we've been planning. We first thought we'd leave from our hometown in Hurt, Virginia, and drive down 95 to Jacksonville, Florida. The week before we were scheduled to leave, Hurricane Irma came through and made a mess out of Florida, and so we were worried about the traffic going down 95 and didn't want to be in the way of all the people going in to help. So we started looking for a different route to get our SaddleSore1000 in, and we came up with doing Hurt, Virginia to Lynchburg, Tennessee. A couple of cool things about this route. One was going through the mountains here in Asheville, North Carolina. Two, this is the area known as the Tail of the Dragon, Deals Gap, North Carolina. Pretty famous for motorcycle riders from all around the country. So we'll be able to go through Tail of the Dragon and then wind up here in Lynchburg, Tennessee, the home of Jack Daniel's whiskey, and be able to ride by. We didn't have time to do anything much, but we did get to visit Lynchburg and eat lunch. So that's our route going, 571 miles, 10 hours. We kind of need to get back a little bit quicker. So going back, we left Lynchburg, Tennessee, went through Chattanooga and Knoxville, took 81 up through Kingsport, Bristol, and up to Roanoke, and then back home. As you can see, that's 500 miles. So we had 570 going out, 500 coming home. End up with about 1,070, 1,080 miles to get our SaddleSore1000 in. So that's the routes we took. Let's see how the ride went. All right, getting ready to get on the bike. You can see it's about 2:40 in the morning, really dark. Here we go, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Here we go. All right, stop number one. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Doing good? Got 127 miles in the books now. That's how you kick 10% of the daggone iron butt in the tail.
Before it even got light.
That's right. I had no idea it was gonna be that long before we got daylight.
Yeah, that was a long time. 2 hours.
I was riding along and all of a sudden I said, this is a whole lot nicer road.
Yeah.
And then I realized,
brightened up.
It just got light. When you just driving into the darkness for 4 hours, man, it
takes a toll on you.
Oh my gosh.
I had 129.6 to the last stop. I got 129.2 to this stop.
Yeah, you're running longer than I am.
Tire might get a little bigger or something.
I'm running right at the almost. We should have been at 250 per the map, and I'm at 255.
Yeah, I'm at 259.
And we are about 12 minutes behind schedule. What time is it?
1:43.
Well, how many miles we got?
600.
580 something, right?
Yeah, it's right close to 600.
Yeah. I ain't even got no. I got my sunglasses in the bike. Didn't even get them out. So, what do you think? Think we're gonna make it?
I think we'll make it.
Huh?
I think we'll make it.
It's gonna be late. It ain't gonna be 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's gonna be close. We can't dilly-dally much.
Yeah, we'll have to let it roll on the big road.
I was glad to get off of that interstate for a little while.
Yeah.
I was getting tired. Check this out. I guess this is Jack Daniels. Is that Jack Daniels? Huh? Our return trip, we didn't get as much video, so I thought I'd kind of animate it on the map. We left Lynchburg, Tennessee at 3:30 our time, 2:30 Central Time. Drove about 115 miles to exit 20 in Cleveland, Tennessee on Interstate 75. We left Cleveland, Tennessee, drove 140 more miles to our next stop, a little place here called Bulls Gap, south of Bristol. And then Bulls Gap, we did the longest run of the day, ended up being 176 miles in about 3 hours, and we left Bulls Gap right at dark, so we had to make this whole run after dark. Rolled into Christiansburg at 10:30 at night. We had hit 1,000 odometer miles at that point, so we're really close to completing the SaddleSore 1000. I'm not sure exactly where we were on Google Maps, but we were really close to 1,000 miles at this point, and we only had 70 miles left to go to make it home. We're at, I'm at 1,016. What are you at?
1,032.
1,032. I'm at 1,016.
1,032.
I think it took us about 19 and a half hours. All
It was
total.
19.
Huh?
We hit it like right at 10 o'clock.
Oh,
So we
see.
left right at 3.
But they're going to certify based on Google Maps. So, and I got 1,070 all the way home. So I think ours was a little bit off, maybe. Damn. What hurts the most?
Well, my tailbone.
You know, it's my legs.
Really?
Yeah.
Tailbone hurt.
I found myself getting on the highway pegs and like pushing myself back, stretching my legs.
My legs got cold when I put them up there.
Well, mine did too, but I had to stretch. I had to stretch, man. This is where I plan to stop anyway, there, Jacob.
Really?
Yeah, exit 1. No, well, we skipped an exit or something. Christiansburg was going to be my last exit, and it says we should have been at 998 here. 1,016 at 10:39. Should have been here at 9. Should be leaving here at 9:49. Check it out. This is my last receipt. Well, not my last receipt, but this is my 1,000. This ought to be a 1,000-mile receipt, right?
Yep.
1,000-mile receipt right there. Hate to lose that, wouldn't you? And so this was our last run. It was 75 miles. We left here about 10:30 Saturday night, and we got to home or back to our last gas stop at 12:39. Had been scheduled to get back in at 11:22, so we're about an hour and 20 minutes behind. I don't think that was too bad considering we were right at 1,100 miles. Odometer miles, we were 1,090, 1,095. Google miles, we were about 1,080 when we got here. So that's a return trip home.